and I'm joined in the studio by an upcoming singer-songwriter from Dalgety Bay that plays classical guitar and does fantastic vocals as well. He has a passion for writing songs, and according to his Facebook page, the songs he writes are unique, genuine, but also relatable as well. And his influences range from Damien Rice to Bill Withers, Jamie Cullum, and he was actually performing at the Café Fresh last Friday, a fantastic intimate gig that was happening at the Café Fresh last Friday. I was there personally, and I thought it was an absolutely fantastic evening. So what we're going to do now is we're going to speak to our singer-songwriter, Jamie Cooling. So, Jamie, welcome to Radio West Fife.
Hello.
So, how's things been so far for you?
So far in life or my musical career?
Just in general, anything.
Yeah, good, yeah.
Good. Busy day so far?
It has been, yeah. I was recording most of the day.
Recording?
Some tracks, yeah. Just at home.
So is this for maybe an upcoming EP? Or is
yeah.
It? So
That's the plan.
So hopefully we'll maybe talk a wee bit about that in the next few
definitely.
minutes. Now, when I was sitting reading through your Facebook page about your work and that kind of stuff, you did note that you had a passion for writing songs. So
Yes.
what was the catalyst for you to start songwriting as well as singing?
Well, I guess when I was learning guitar, I couldn't read tabs or music or anything, so naturally I had to write my own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I got into it, and then I just really enjoyed doing my own stuff.
So you didn't know how to write tabs at all?
No, not at all.
So how did you figure out the melody side of things?
Well, it was more just by ear, but eventually I went on to learn music, and I'd written a lot of music, like notation and things, but at the start it was just by ear, which kind of helped.
Excellent. And you also say that it's unique, genuine, but also relatable. Now, what experiences do you draw into your songwriting? Is there any particular experiences that resonate, that we can certainly identify with?
Well, for a while I was into sort of my teenage years, just mainstream sort of teenage music, and then I sort of came across Jeff Buckley.
Oh yeah.
And after that it was Jamie Cullum, and then just a flood of different influences came in, so it was just that really. And
when you said that Jamie Cullum inspires you. Now, when I think of Jamie Cullum, I think of jazz, and the jazz piano side. So, how exactly did he inspire you?
Well, it was just because I was so. I used to just think I had to stick to certain harmonies, and I couldn't cross any boundaries. But then after listening to that, obviously jazz just crosses every boundary, and I just loved it. I went through a big jazz phase, and then that sort of influenced me quite a lot. Nice one.
And with the sort of jazz phase, did that maybe perhaps add a bit of maybe spontaneity and improvise?
Well, it's more just sort of the chords I use as well are a little bit different.
And you also have a wide range of other influences, don't you? Bill Withers is another one. How is he inspired?
Sounds a bit unusual, but well, I go through phases of music, and that was my sort of soul music phase. And I just really loved Bill Withers, great songwriter. It was just really good music.
So you had your jazz phase, you had your soul phase. What phase are you in at the moment?
Well, I've just realised that I'm at the start of a sort of modern pop, funk, soul phase.
Funk,
which sounds well, sort of Justin Timberlake. It sounds weird, but I'm really into him right now.
All right, okay. But into his music, of course.
Yeah.
Let's get that clear. But so is it the sort of the funkiness of it, what he does, or is it the how?
Yeah, it's just, well, again, a lot of people overlook that he's actually a very good musician, and I sort of caught on to that. So it'll probably be over quite soon, this phase, but I'm enjoying it right now.
So is it a short-term phase rather than the long-term?
Yeah, they're all sort of short-term phases. Except my jazz one, that's carried on with me.
Right, so that one's carried on consistently.
Yeah.
Could it be a returning phase, maybe?
It could be, yeah. I think so.
Might be interesting to see on that one. Now, I did briefly mention that you were performing at the Café Fresh last week, which was another major gig that you did. How did the gig go from your point of view? I know how it went from my point of view, but let's get into the mind of the musician.
Probably my favourite gig I've done, really, because it was just all people I know that came, and it was really close. But at first I went on, we sort of swapped over every now and then, me and the other Jamie. And at first I was very nervous, extremely nervous. But second time in, I was fine. I really enjoyed it. It was good.
What was why were you nervous? Was it just stage fright, or was it the?
Yeah, well, it was just there's no stage or anything, so it's just you're playing to a quite big group of people.
Mm-hmm.
When it's a stage, it's completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of that barrier.
And obviously there was a big turnout for this event as well.
Yeah, it was good. We were quite struggling to get folk to come at first, but like a few days before we were just selling out and people kept asking to come. It was good.
In terms of numbers, how many people came along to the gig?
It's a very small venue, as you know, but it was 25 maximum, but I think we managed to squeeze in a bit more than that.
Excellent.
So it's almost 30, I think, so it's quite good.
So it's pretty much a sellout crowd, as you said, so that's absolutely fantastic. Yeah. And speaking of gigs, you were also doing another set a couple of weeks before that at a Bookfest event at Creative Cloud as well.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a bit about that?
That one. Well, it was a nice gig and everything, but I can't say I enjoyed playing it just because I was so nervous. That was the thing. Because, again, that was one of the ones where it didn't have a stage, and there was no barrier between you and the people sitting, and everyone was completely silent. I think I was probably a bit more nervous because I didn't know most of the people. But I would definitely do it again, hopefully not be as nervous that time and enjoy it.
And as you said, you're going to do this. Hopefully, do something like that again, in not too long from now. There's actually an acoustic gig coming up at Creative Cloud.
I'll be playing at that one as well.
Could you maybe give us a wee bit more details about that one?
Well, to be honest, I don't know much about it. They're being quite secretive about it.
Oh, they're being secretive.
Even on the event page, you have to go message them personally.
Oh, right, I see. Right, okay. So, very, very secretive, but I'm sure it's really worth it though if they're being secretive.
There's a few other good acts playing.
But obviously we can't mention too much about that because it's all hush hush.
Well, I can mention that Julie Dudgeon, Jaden's playing.
So basically good singers, singer-songwriters, which we've seen last week and the week before here on the Friday Night Lounge. What has impressed about you? What has impressed you so far about working with Jade and perhaps Julie as well?
Voices. Got great voices. Yeah, that's it.
Not the music, not the instrument ability, or
of course that as well. But what impressed me the most are voices, just natural singers, really. Because for me, I was a rubbish singer when I was started. I can admit that I was pretty bad. But I just had to practice those. But they're just natural, good singers.
Would you maybe work with them maybe on a single maybe or a record?
Yeah, well, me and Jade sort of did this little video together. It was just a cover we did. And you can find that on YouTube. Just type Jade Edmund, Jamie Cooling. I did some harmonies and guitar and stuff.
Shameless plug, number one out of the way.
Yeah.
So we also now know that you've got this gig coming up and other bits and pieces that you've been doing. At college, though, you're learning the technical side of music as well as performing, aren't you?
Yeah, it seems quite unusual. But I've just finished with that. It was a 2-year course, HND. But it was just, I sort of realised once I was doing it, we were recording all these bands and stuff, and I just wanted to be one of the bands, not the person recording it, really.
But do you feel it's an important skill if you decide to change your mind?
Well, definitely, because even without changing my mind, it was an important skill because I can now record at home and do all these things myself. I wouldn't be able to do it before. Now,
finally, we're running very tight for time here just now. What does the future have in store for Jamie Cooling?
Big things, I hope.
Big things?
Yeah, well, I'm doing my EP, of course, I said at home, and then just hopefully tours and things.
Fantastic.
Just going for it.
And to find out more, how can we find out more about your work?
Well, currently you can go to my Facebook page. Just type in Jamie Cooling, you'll find it. I've got a website coming up soon, jamiecooling.com. That'll be ready in a few months. Fantastic.
So you're actually going to perform a song for us. Now, you've got to do this in one sentence because, again, we're running tight for time here. So in one sentence, what is the song you're going to perform for us today and what's it about?
It's called Living Down, and it's about wanting to make it but not quite getting there.
I see. Fantastic. Jamie, thanks very much for speaking to us. So Jamie's about to get ready, and this is Jamie Cooling now playing live on the Friday Night Lounge on Radio West Fife.
always dreamed of an empty stage bar. My mind always skipped to the part where I took off. Now I'm several years on, living down all the time gone, trying to keep up with my thoughts, moving slow in the fast lane. I used to be lost, looking up for a way out, waiting for a rescue, surrounded by my doubts. Though I've realized now, after confronting all my doubts, that to find a way in, you gotta find your way through. This time is mine, and if I don't convince myself, I'll never float again. This heart desires more than it can bear. If I ever fall too slow, I'll let myself know. When I never know where to go, I continue blindly, even if I fall just short. I'll let myself down, I'll let myself down, I'll let myself down. My head was carried on a cloud of my own thought, while my body drifted away from what I sought, until I noticed below the things got ahead of me. As I fall further behind, my feet move quicker. This time is mine, and if I don't convince myself, if I ever fall too slow, I'll let myself know. When I never know where to go, I continue blindly, even if I fall just short. I'll let myself down, I'll let myself down, I'll let myself down. This time, if I concede again, it's only me to fault. I'll carry my own blame. If I ever fall too slow, I'll let myself know. When I never know where to go, I continue blindly, even if I fall just short. I'll let myself down, I'll let myself down, I'll let myself down, down, I'll let myself down, I'll let myself down, down.
Jamie Cooling there, and was speaking to us and performing to us here on the Friday Night Lounge. And of course, thanks very much for Jamie to come into the studio and take time to play a little ditty for us. And you can actually find out more about Jamie. Just go and search Jamie Cooling Music in Facebook, and you'll also get all the links there, including his SoundCloud page and his YouTube page as well. And it's absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic singer, absolutely fantastic guitarist, and I recommend you actually do check that out.